Recording. Hello there. Welcome back finally to a GGHL podcast. We're gonna go through at least the Eastern Conference, maybe both conferences if we have time today. Compare the teams this year to what they were last year. Do a quick over under, and yeah, maybe some playoff projections at the end of it. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, let's do it. It's been a while, so I hope I'm not too rusty. So let's get into it.
Yeah, it's been like I don't know a decade.
Oh God, are we that old? Oh man.
Let's see what it was. Season started. The league started 30 years ago, so all of our general managers would at very least be what if they started in the 20s in their 50s. All right. Anyways,
Still not as old as Lamarillo. So
Lou as well. Lou's still around.
yeah.
First team, top of the East. I think rather surprisingly, the top of the East, Washington Capitals. 23 points in 16 games. No real big additions or subtractions from the previous season. I just think a lot of their players are just picking up pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, very much. Still the same old team. Not Chambers still doing his thing. He's getting up there though. He's 37.
He's getting up there.
Uh,
He's
Co-
slowing down. Little bit the AVR drop, but I don't think you're too worried yet.
Komenko is point per game, so that helps a lot. It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a little surprised, but not too surprised. They've always been a good team. So as long as Chambers there, I think they'll always be like top of the metro. So yeah. So as usual, Washington up there.
So the reason why I say rather surprisingly is not because I don't say that the Caps are a good team because they have always been a good team. It's just I just have never thought of
No,
them as
no,
top of the
no.
East,
You
and
heard that, Jason? You think you suck?
I think it's
That's
no. It's just I'm looking at their underlying, a little more underlyings. Yeah, they're ninth in offense for shots and goal, and their best defense maybe shots. Maybe it's just they're just so menacing on on shot suppression, but
scary.
yeah, scary. All right, but the over or under last year they had 115 points. What do we think? Do you think they're going to go over that or under that for this next season?
Well, they're going great so far, but I think it's gonna be under. Under 15 is a lot of points.
That
Uh,
is a crazy number of points. I think I'm gonna go
yeah,
over just because they've started out so hot, and I think if they regress slash when they regress, I don't think they're going to be that far below 115. That the ground that they have now is going to over it. So at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't say over, but now I'm going to say over.
alright, so it's cheating. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. We have 16 games worth of knowledge here. Let's use them.
Okay, so
Up next, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, I got used to Toronto being top of the Atlantic. I don't think I've ever seen it
let's
in
not talk
my.
about that.
I don't think I've ever seen Toronto top of the Atlantic. So, way to go. First off, uh, second
Yeah,
off,
well, it's early.
it is
So
early. I understand it's early, but this team's always been the very two big monsters, Carney and Henriksen, and pretty much a skeleton of a roster outside of that. And I think it's everyone started to either grow into it, or in the recent additions of the previous years have just finally I don't know led to the roster finally be filled out.
they added Jake Fear on the third line. I think that helped them a lot
Very
because they had
underrated,
no
nice one,
depth.
yeah. Only a
He's
million
doing all right.
bucks.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the type of player you need, so that they can take the heat off of Carney and Erickson. So yeah, it seems to be working great so far.
Richard MacArthur, just a absolute beast as per usual.
Of course.
Over eight AVR. I just he has an eight AVR season in the past too. It's one of the
Well, so
best.
far in his career, he has a 7.79 AVR, so I think that's pretty good.
I don't know. Is that good?
I think so. In 910 games, that's pretty good.
All right, so last year, our beloved Maple Leafs had 76 points. I think this is going to be pretty easy
Jeez.
over under. I think this. I
Yeah.
am slamming the over on this, and
I don't know. They might fall apart. It
like
is the Maple
Vegas
Leaf.
was to ever give odds on this. Like I put bet the house on the over on 76.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Over.
All right.
It's yeah.
Anything?
Don't
Any
take
other
this one.
remarks on our Leafs here?
Um. Well, not really. Like it's pretty much the same team, except with like the added fair. So, as far as Strom so far, he's a 900.
I have
That
Svardstrom's previous stat years, like because I have the stats for it. So last year he was a 914, and the year before he was a 907. Because I know it doesn't
okay.
actually
So
show,
yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah.
a little bit further down.
Okay, so he should pick it back up. So yeah, okay. So yeah, I think they keep it up and they're making a playoff. I'm pretty confident in that.
I concur with that. Do you think they get top of the Atlantic, or are you taking that back from?
Uh, well, let's talk about that later.
All right, all right. Up next are Columbus Blue Jackets. What do we think about the Drilla-led Columbus Blue Jackets?
They're still good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeffers is a
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Jeffers is a great. He's 3 goals for a goal scoring center is a little light, but he makes that up with the 16 helpers.
Man, what a bum.
What a bum. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Columbus. They're all like as long as they have their centers, they'll always be strong. Um, I mean, they lost in seven to us last year in the playoff, so it could have been easily us in the finals. Um, yeah, like they're a great team. Not much more to
no
say.
more to say. Did they have a? I can't really remember. Did they have any big additions right beforehand? I know you two guys made a trade right before the season, but that seemed to be more
Yes,
McQuaid for. Yeah.
picks and a prospect. Yeah, no. He didn't really add much, and but he didn't lost. I mean, he lost McQuaid, but that's mostly it. So it's not that big of a deal. Yeah.
It's clearly
So
helped out the Panthers.
clearly something wrong with him.
All right. So let me pull up their previous seasons. Last year they topped the Eastern Conference with 124 points. Do you think they're going above 124 or 124 their next for this season?
Oh man. 124. That's a lot of points, but still, I'll take the over. Yeah, yeah. They can do it easily. I think. Well, not easily, but yeah, they'll do it.
Uh, Tough one, right? This one's again. I think this is pretty much right on the line. I'm gonna go under just for the sake of being different, and if I'm right at the end of the season, I knew it the entire time. I promise.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Exactly. But they have Baton, Montreal Canadiens.
We
Last year they got 103 points, was second in the Atlantic, and lost in 4 in the first round. Um, they no real big changes, if I remember correctly. They kept Nystrom at a
Yeah.
nice contract. They kept uh, they stole Quinn Levin actually pretty nicely. Um,
Yeah, they added Arniel um, at this UFA. He was in Carolina before. It's a power forward.
oh wow, and he's
And
having a monster year so far, eh?
yeah, he's doing great. 16 points in 15 games. 8.07 AVR, so that's pretty good. Yeah, he's doing great so far for them. Playing with Nystrom and Burzek on the first line. So yeah, abs are doing great so far.
Yeah, the mystery of Gert Nader still eludes everyone. 919
Yeah.
this year, which big. Oh, that's Bayard man. I'm stupid.
He
Gert
hasn't
Nader,
played yet.
he hasn't played yet, right? 886 last year. Man, I messed up with
Oh.
this draft pick, didn't I?
I mean, I don't know. He's still young. He's 24. He just I think he's gonna turn 25 the next day actually.
Oh, happy birthday, Gert Nader.
Oh,
He's born in
I
a
hope he
year
gets.
and like 3 months.
Oh God. Hope he gets a game for his birthday. That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
nice.
nice. Do the Habs even play tomorrow? Let's see schedule. Oh, they do. They play the Lightning.
They do
Play
against
Gert.
you.
Play
Wow.
Gert. Let's go.
Come
Uh,
on, Fox. You have to do it. Play Gert.
it's you have to listen to the peer pressure now.
Yeah.
Besides that, Alice Brezic has been killing it. For a playmaker, he loves to shoot the puck and he likes to score a lot of goals. And uh,
Yeah, this guy can't stop scoring. Like 92 points last year, 82 the year before, 98 a couple years ago. Like, yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
on the alternative side, you have Tomislav Edvinsson, who's not been doing so hot this year. It doesn't look like -10. I'm saying he's a defensive center. He's probably getting put in all the bad situations, but
Yeah, it's hard.
it's hard
It's
for
hard out
defensive
there.
centers in this league. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing him third line center, so he's probably getting all the hard competition. Probably getting Jeffers and all those good players every night. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
yeah, it's, it's rough out there.
Was Linby hurt for a good portion of the season because he hasn't played since Buffalo? Since not
Looks
Buffalo,
like
since
it.
October. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Montreal
Okay.
last year they
Yeah,
had 103 points. Over under 103. 103 points is a 628 win percentage. By the way, that might help.
wow, quick maths. All right.
I have the
Yeah.
standings in front of me, so you know. Hey.
Oh, yeah. No, no, you mean like you added that by yourself, right?
Oh, clearly,
That's good.
yes. I'm not looking
Yes,
at this second screen there next to me. You know.
of course not. Over for sure. They seem to be on a roll this year, so yeah, take the over.
Yeah, no, I concur with that. They're already starting way over, and I think they're gonna at least if not continue this, at least not sink to a level where that's the new median, you know. So, um,
Yeah,
yeah. New York, the Rangers
that's a
taking
surprise.
big steps this year, right? Last year they were third last in the Eastern Conference with 56 points. Big additions and big additions. I don't really see too many.
Yeah, I did the Juberg.
Yeah,
That's a
Juberg's
big
a good
one.
one. Juberg is a big one. Yeah,
Doing all right so far. Not great, but pretty good.
good, not
8
great.
points, 7 AVR. That's not horrible. Yeah, no, I I'm pretty surprised they're that high. They didn't add much. They, maybe it's early season luck. Do you have their?
Oh, let me. Yeah, I didn't make any team stats before this because I've been a lazy beach bum.
Okay, well,
But Rangers
as we
are
all are.
20th on the shots and goals, and are 23rd on shots and goals against. So it has to be.
Yeah,
There has. Oh yeah, there it is, right there. First save percentage. This is your fault, Mark.
of course. I tr- so I
Mark, this
apparently
is your
changed the
fault.
nick.
Yeah.
Is the next coming of Chesterkin with a 923 save percentage. Of course, he couldn't do that for me, so I had to trade him, and then he could fulfill his potential. That's great. Great. That's great to see.
Well, it's the Ithaca, New York native just had to be back home in New York. So
Yeah,
um,
you know that's what it is.
clearly.
One to play
Uh,
on.
yeah, I know this looks like it's being dragged by Shea. As long as that lasts, the Rangers have a chance, but I'm not certain it's going to hold on long enough for them to make the playoffs. But they're already so far ahead of where they were last season that I think I'm gonna slam the over on 56 points. Um,
Yeah, for sure. That's yeah. Yeah, they're probably gonna collapse. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't think it'll be enough for them to fall off the earth. Like probably like 10 or 11 in the East. That's what I'm thinking.
I could see the Islanders or the Canes catch their spot because I understand they're 5 points and 7 points, which is actually a lot pretty early, but it's still really early in the season. That's like a
It
span
is.
of like 3 or 4 wins specifically. So,
Or the Devils if they wake up.
oh yeah,
Who
the
knows?
Devils. I'm sorry, sorry, I say I didn't see you all the way down there. Um, up next. Over or under for you, Mark.
Oh, over for sure.
Oh, we're sick. All right. Up next, my Tampa Bay Lightning. Last year, we made it 102 points for a 622 win percentage, third in the Atlantic. Swept the Canadians, was up 3-0 against the Florida Panthers, and
Then what happened?
that's when we stopped talking about the 2050 Stanley Cup playoff run for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
I don't know. I want to talk about it. I think it was pretty interesting.
I plead the fifth.
All
Um,
right.
so this year, I think at least before this previous, top 10 on shots and goal and 12th in shots and goal against. The largest flaw this season actually has been Bartowski because I'm down at 19th
Really?
in save percentage. Yeah, Bart's had a rough go to start. Um,
Yeah.
Xander
Pretty bad.
Schmitz is New Bay apparently with a 916 in 5 games. It's 5 games, but
I'm sure that's sustainable. I'm sure.
clearly with it. But then again, with the name Xander Schmitz, like
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
that's an X and a Z in the same name.
So the point Scrabbles.
But let's see, players that have been doing really well. Justin Endler is leading my team so far, or at least he was. He's not anymore. Harry Vermanen is actually leading my team in points with 15 points in 15 games, and then Endler is right behind him with 14 and 15.
Yeah, your team's still pretty good. Did you add any players this off season that are new one?
We did a trade with Misty where I sent out Julissa, the Julissa, the playmaking center that couldn't make or could play center, and Ilnaz Lavushkin, who couldn't score goals. And I traded for like 2 depth defensemen in
All
Horvath
right.
and Zinkov. And
Zinkov looks all right.
Zinkov's been
He's
fine.
doing great.
Horvath's hasn't been. So, you win some, you
You
lose
win
some.
some, you lose some.
Right,
Yeah, great minds. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised you're doing okay so far. I think you'll do better as the season goes on. If Bart can get his thing his stuff together, I think you'll be all right.
yeah, hopefully Bart gets his stuff together. So, something I just noticed weird about my stats, actually, is that... Oops, sorry, my dog's barking. Um, is that I have players with a really high plus minus and then players with a really, really low plus minus, and not too many in the between. Like I have Endler and Rydell at plus 14 and plus 11, but then Harper and Horvath are like minus 13 and minus 10, which is weird to do in like 15 games. But,
It is.
anyways, I think I'll probably do, if not the same as last year, I'll do better than last year at 102 points. So I'm going to cautiously bet the over on my own team.
How many points did you have last year?
102, which is a
Uh,
622 win percentage.
yeah, I'll take the over. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Right. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Last year they had 102 points, so the same amount of points as I did last year, and they find themselves with 18 points in 15 games.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, they're on the rise. I know they lost Lawrence this offseason. That's a big loss. They acquired him last trade deadline. They couldn't resign him, so that sucks. Because he was playing a big role. But uh, they were close last year. They lost in seven to Washington, and I remember uh, they lost Wiesner to an injury a couple games, so that definitely didn't help. But yeah, they're a young team, and they're looking to take the next. Oh yeah, they acquired McPhee. I forgot.
Oh, they've been
He's
doing
doing pretty
some
good.
big moves recently. It's
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day
yeah.
I feel like I just look on Discord and Sweller's made another trade, and I'm like, that's another big one. So constant trades with this one.
Oh yeah, he's dealing. Yeah, yeah, he's doing all right. I think Blanchet is amazing. He's don't have a lot of points so far, but his stats looks great.
He's a defenseman. You know, the
Uh,
points will come. Process. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
shooting
Yeah, yeah,
2%. As soon as that gets up to like 8 or 10%, those goals will like make him look more like a 12 point in a 15 games. I think he's going to regress up. I agree.
exactly. And Wiesner is doing amazing. 925 so far. I mean, you can't really ask more than that. He's doing great. Yeah, Pittsburgh. It's a good team.
You have very little to complain about here. Let me look at their team stats right quick before we make some projections. So shots and goal average. This year they're more middle of the pack at 13th. Defensively, shots and goals, they are top five, fifth. So even though their offensive categories aren't jumping off the page quite yet, their defense and their goals against and save percentage has been like top five of the league. So very, very, very solid team here in Pittsburgh. Last year, 102 points, which again is a 622 point percentage. Currently, they're at 600 point percentage, but I think they're gonna go over it and hit the over on this one again.
Yeah, I think so too. They have a young team, so their young players should get better as the season advances, and should take a step in the right direction. And yeah, their defense is great, and they have Bob Murphy on the second line center. He's only 21. He has 10 points so far. So yeah, he should grow. Yeah,
I
good
love.
future.
He's also from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Way to go. But Bob Murphy, the most generic American name I think you could
Yep.
possibly have. Bob Murphy of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's go.
He's also 6'6", so yeah, can teach height.
Every
Can
day
teach
he
height.
wakes up and 6'6". You're right.
Exactly. Yep.
Good to see Seppo has found a landing spot after toiling away in Tampa for God knows how long. Um, sorry, Seppo, but yeah. Pittsburgh over, and yeah.
Yeah,
Up next,
for sure.
the Detroit Red Wings, currently at 16 points in their 15 games at a 533 point percentage. Big improvement from their 421 point percentage and a really nice points of 69. Um,
Nice.
and yeah, big year for Lawrence this year. That's probably their biggest addition, and that's a huge reason.
Yep.
Is probably why they've
Yeah.
gone from basement dweller to at very least a bubble team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Him and Edmund are killing it so far. Uh, yeah. I mean, I I'm not surprised they're like middle of the pack, but I don't think it'll last. unless like Lawrence can keep scoring point per game, which maybe he will. I mean, we don't know. But yeah, like their bottom pair is pretty bad, and they're lacking depth for sure. But they're kind of like retooling, so it makes sense.
Fair, fair. You said something that is like you got to see if Flores could be a point per game for the whole season. I think he can. I think he can because
Yeah,
like he has been every season, right? I was trying to think. If not, he's off by like a point or two, which is whatever. Sure, I'll call you a point per game player at that point. Um,
no, no, doesn't count. Nope.
all right, sure. Big brain this. um, but yeah, I think I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold on to this playoff spot because they already are fighting off some pretty stiff competition, and they're operating at hopefully let's one of their higher percent. Like a lot of their players are having big seasons for them currently. Like Bergvall is having a pretty solid season in net at a 912, which is an improvement from the previous one. A lot of players are already playing better, and they already only holding on. So I think they might lose their spot. Good on them if they hold it. Good on them if they make the depth adds, because depth adds are usually the easier ones.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I hope they don't hold it, but I'm pretty biased. Yeah.
You see, I also say like they're also facing this real stiff competition, and I'm only 2 points ahead of them. So like, that being
They're
said,
coming for you.
they're coming, right? If I would hit the over again from the previous
Oh yeah.
season, simply because like their team's just better from the previous one, just miles, just with Flores being in there, and yeah.
Yeah, that's a big step up. Yeah, over for sure.
All right, our first team out of the playoffs, the Buffalo Sabres. First time they've been this relevant in a hot minute. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably the highest they've been in the standings for a while, at least like a couple of years.
Last season they had 73 points in their 82 games, which is a good for a 445 point percentage. Currently
Okay.
they are below that actually. Oh crap, they're actually below that now. Um, but I think they just played a lot of games, which just put them up there. But any big additions from this past off season?
They added
Elo,
Elo.
Elo,
Oh,
Elo.
or Elo. Elo, Elo. I
I
don't know.
like Elo because like it's Elo.
Elo. A2 Elo. Yeah, so they added M, so which is pretty good, but the other team is looking rough.
I know
It's
Elo has like a lot of good attributes, but he's been kind of not the greatest goal scorer for a hot minute. He scored 40 goals once, and he hasn't hit 30 in any of the other seasons. And like most of
yeah,
these are
but
pretty full seasons.
he also played with the Avs, and they were
They're
pretty stacked.
stacked. That's
So
true. He was hidden down there.
and with the Blues, they were horrible.
It
So
is
that
the
doesn't help.
Blues. You're right. I should give him more leeway. You're right. You're right.
So, but you're right. He should at least hit 30 goals. That's like, in my opinion. Well, so far he has 10 goals in 17 games, so
He's on
I
way to
think
do
he's on
that, right? And
pace.
that's a lot of money, man. I understand I have my own winger that's making that a lot, and I'm feeling it. Hopefully Elo
Yeah,
can
I
lead
mean,
this team up.
they, I don't think they really care about his
True, true, true.
contract.
Touche, touche.
Um, so they added Vitaly Kormanek in the Lawrence trade. Um, he's low con, but I know he just got injured for 3 weeks, which sucks. But he had like 12.6 games.
Yeah, the AVR is not there, but the points are, which is it's weird when that
Yeah,
happens.
as long as he's produced right, like you don't really care. Like I mean, you should probably care a little, but as long as he's scoring points, I don't mind.
He is a 42% on the face-off dot, which is probably killing his AVR.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
which is so stupid. I hate this game
Yeah.
sometimes, but even though he has a 19 in
We,
face-offs too.
yeah. That like I don't know how that works. It would be nice if the game would tell us, but I guess not. Which looking at the savers, they have Graham Nadeau as a second line setter. So I think that's all like you can like that's all like yeah, that's don't need to say more.
Hey, he had
Yeah.
51 points last year. When was the last time you scored 51 points in an NHL season, Mark?
I mean, I do it every year. What are you
Every
talking about?
every year you have like 10 players do it. You're right. What am I thinking?
Yeah. He had 51 points. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
good job.
I'm trying to like. This is an old school like because it's a Sabres throwback. But Yershov never hit 50 points with me in Montreal before I traded him. And it's wild that Nadeau could.
Crazy.
Hey.
Former Panthers draft pick, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Nado. Yeah, Nado. Third round pick.
Oh, solid. Hey, if your third round pick puts up 50 points in a season, you're winning. Um,
Yeah. But it's not
Anyways,
for me, so.
it's not for you, so you shouldn't have drafted him. It's all your fault. Last year they're
Oh,
at 73 points. Let's see what their team stats are. Shots on goal average, they are. Oh no, I don't see him. It's generally not a good sign. 23rd. Shots on goal, so that's 23rd in offense. And the shots and goals against, 20th and in net. Where's their save percentage? Save percentage is looking not the greatest either. Down in 25th. So we're at 23rd, and 25th. I'm not too confident this team's going to make the playoffs here, Mark.
yeah, me either. I'm thinking the under for sure. I think, yeah, they're gonna fall off.
True. I think,
Especially
man,
now with injuries.
with injuries, and I honestly, I didn't realize that they were already below their mark from the previous year, and I don't think they're going to get significantly better to go over it. So, for the same reason why I was saying over for some teams, I'm going to say the under for the Sabres.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
And Ruby, don't lose hope. It's the last season before you have your first back.
Vermina's great, by the way. I hope you realize this. Like, he's leading my team in points. Thanks.
Oh man,
Uh,
okay.
Up next,
Salt in the wound, man.
salt in the wood. I just, it's hey, it passed by two teams before you get to me. The Senators. Last year they were eighth in the Eastern Conference with 98 points. Currently, they sit 10th in the Eastern Conference with 14 points in 15 games at a 467 point percentage. Uh, they're a lot further down than they were last year. I don't really remember them losing anyone that significant, right?
Well, they traded away McPhee to
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
I'm dumb. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm here to help you.
Thank you. And they lost. Oh, they got Sullivan back. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Brokoff is going off so far. He has 19 points, which is crazy. Like for a goal scorer, he has 3 goals, like Jeffers. Same
Goal
level player,
scoring
obviously.
isn't necessary for a goal scoring winger. What do you mean?
Obviously not.
He's also not leading his team
Yeah,
in shots, so it's not like they're just not going in. He's just not shooting, which is hey. But leading the team in points, you can have no complaints about that, right?
right. You take what you can. And Lagarde so far has a 911, so he's doing great. Um, Last season he had an 883, so player upgrade of from last season, which I don't know if he keeps it up. Hopefully for them, he does. Uh, I'm not certain he will, but I guess we'll see.
I have a Kuchinkas and an overall comp for him so far. Is there like anything funky with like con that you can see? Because I only have like two. But if that's the case, oh boy, this might be a big season for Lingard.
Oh man, I hope so for him. He looks great art-wise. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Keep his stuff together, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look at team stats for them. Shots and goals for 17th, so their offense is actually doing a little bit worse than I would have anticipated, and their defense is atrocious in 24th. But net mining's middle of the pack, so they gotta do some. I guess they gotta do something with making sure they don't allow as many shots on that, eh?
You're right. Well, I'm not sure they want to go up in the standing. I think they want to rebuild. So, so yeah, I think they probably sell more, or I mean, maybe he'll buy if the team goes well. But by selling McPhee, I think it pretty much sealed the deal
Yeah,
on the score.
that does signify the direction. I suppose you're right. You see, I'm just in it to be like, what can they do to win the Stanley Cup this next year, and try to optimism and like, no, everyone's gonna go away, and you know the team's gonna go down, and everyone's gonna be sad in the city of Ottawa for the next 2 years, and
They've been sad for a while now.
hey, I'm a Leafs fan. I don't mind Sin Sands being sad, so you know, screw them.
Hey man, it's a win for us.
You see, Antonio's an Leafs fan too, so like this is entirely an inside job, 100% then,
Oh, I
right?
see what's going on. It was all planned.
But that being said, hope the rebuild goes well, Antonio. Hope you do a lot of selling well. Your power play's not doing so well, eh? 13%. Ouch.
I don't think Drew means that. I don't think he wants you to go to do well. So
I said I hope the selling goes well. Like, that means,
okay.
like, if, as a player, as someone that would you want to do some buying, you know, I gotta, schmooze up some good trade relations, right? You know, like the old NHL 12, like where you had the Blackberries and like you would boost your
Yes.
GM rep or whatever, like with some teams, I'm trying to do that.
Oh, man. How many Blackberries do you think you have?
I think I have 3 of them.
Cool. Okay, all right.
It has the
Pretty
click
good.
sound, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That being said, over or under from their 98 points from last year.
Under.
I'm gonna follow suit under. Up next, the Islanders, currently at Batman 500, and actually just normal 500. Weirdly, with 7 wins, 7 losses, 14 points in 14 games. Last year they were at 96 points in 82 games, so looking like a 14-point drop at current pace.
Yeah. Their their team's getting older. They didn't add much this off season, but it's a new GM, um, so I didn't expect a lot of moves. I think he's gonna sit and see like what's going on.
That's probably a smart call. Like a lot of
Yeah,
GMs come in and make big moves day one that they wind up regretting real fast. So,
you know.
um,
No, I think it's a good path. Like you take your time, you see like how the draft is looking and like how your team's looking, and I depending like where he is in the standing, maybe he'll sell, maybe he'll buy. I guess we'll see what he does.
I recently read Brian Burke's book, and I think Brian Burke said like at the end of his first season at a new team, he would make one big trade, and that would be his first big move. It would always be at the end of his first season. So if the Islanders follow that, or if they wait until the deadline and make a big splash at the deadline, there's very sound logic and like professional experience in that already.
Yeah,
So like, good on them. So
maybe the GM is Brian Burke. Who knows?
that's true.
Could be. Maybe he likes to play Sham, EHM, I guess.
Brian Burks plays THM
Uh,
in his free time. I mean, like, honestly, if there ever was a game that GMs played in their free time, it'd probably be like Football Manager or something like that, right?
Probably, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. This team is older than I thought. Charbonneau's already 36,
yeah, no, this team's
and
old. Like I started circling in on Charbonneau maybe the other year, and I probably wouldn't this year because I'm not. I don't trust those wheels as much as I used to.
they're coming off. The bolts are loose. That's
The axle is,
yeah.
yeah, you might need some new brake pads. You might need some new engines. I might actually just need new whole tires and everything with it. Yeah. But
For sure. This is sad.
yeah,
Man.
Charbonneau
Paulo
also
Coelho.
Charbonneau didn't ever pop as much as I thought he was.
No, its best season was 72 points.
30
It's
goals
pretty low.
once. One time 30 goal scorer, Chris Charbonneau. Like on draft day, did you ever anticipate that? Because like
No.
we were
He
both
played with
active in that
Transit.
draft, right? Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it's Dave Transit. I mean, clearly.
No, actually, I didn't have a first that year,
I
I
don't
think.
know. I don't think I did. I don't remember what I did in 2033. Was
No, like,
Jonathan
yeah.
Junberg was that draft? Damn.
Wow, crazy.
Sorry.
Schneider, Panthers legend.
Over or under on the 96 for our Islanders here.
Under.
I agree. Pack it up. Put your fish sticks in the freezer because the season's on ice.
Oh no.
Hey! We want fish sticks. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, did you ever watch the Islanders ESPN 30 and 30?
No, I did not.
Back in the 90s, a guy named Chris Spano didn't have the money but tried to buy the Islanders and almost did it. Like scarily close. Like
What?
had his hands on the keys to the arena and everything. Yeah. Crazy.
Wait, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it has like a lot of yeah. Anyways, up next,
Oh no, we can skip that team.
the Florida Panthers.
What's happening?
That was such a
I
sad sigh. I felt that. I felt that deep in my soul.
It's so weird. I don't know. It's like this team is like it's like kittens. It's not panthers.
Kittens,
Yeah,
not Panthers. Okay, okay. Patrick Potter looks washed.
yeah. My fourth line is getting killed for some reason. I don't know why like they keep dying every game. They're getting scored on. They play like 11 minutes a game. I don't get it. It's so weird.
Bellinger, Laporte, and Potter. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because
They're like Laporte looks at least like the other two like yeah they're slow. I could see why like they might get like wheeled past, but like at least Laporte looks solid enough. Like, right, is
yeah,
Rybinski down there now? Yeah, Rybinski would be like one of my best players on my team. Like I don't know why they're getting killed on the fourth line.
yeah. I might consider a coaching change to be honest. We're like bottom five in shots for. Our goaltending has been pretty horrid, like pretty bad.
Oh no, Carter Halmandaris. Current coaching record at 391, 143, and 54. Head on the chopping block.
Oh man, I mean,
Runner up to the Jack Adams.
and I don't think he ever won it.
It's true.
Maybe he did actually.
Do you have a coach you have your eye on?
No,
No.
but he did win it
Oh, you did win it.
in 43-44. Well, it's coach won the cup. They win the Jack Adams. So
I honestly didn't. I never put that together. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, the more you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like I didn't lose really any
You didn't
Like,
lose anyone. Just a couple players got like a tad bit older, but like they also were like depth players anyways, right?
yeah, exactly. So it's weird. It's really weird.
You see, like the
Maybe
saddest part about this is that like if you miss the playoffs, I can't enact revenge on my route. Like,
for sure it wouldn't feel the same, right?
no, it wouldn't. Like when like Ovi finally had to do it, like he had to go through the Penguins, right? So like,
Yeah. But yeah, I don't
um,
know. I guess I'll wait a little, like see in December, like how it's going. But man, it's rough. It's rough.
do you have anyone that you would like particularly highlight for like underperformance, or is there anyone with like performance that's doing way better than expected this year?
Um, well, not really. I mean, I did lose Ein for like 3 weeks. Well, he only missed like 4 games, so he I
Yeah, you
don't. To
can't
be
blame
honest,
him for
I
all
have
of
no
it. Yeah,
clue.
you have no clue. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like everyone is underperforming at the same time. I mean, Ram.
Everyone all at once, right? Okay. You also, I'm looking at your
Yeah.
schedule. You've had like a tough schedule to start so far, though. Um,
Yeah.
that might
I
help with it.
guess.
Like the Caps, the Leafs, the Wild are all top of their right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you lost 3-6 to the Sabers. I'm not. I'm no no. But I
Yeah,
don't know what it is, but
Bobrov had like 4 goals and 10 shot that game, so that's what happened. But um, I don't know. I guess it's just luck.
hopefully it
Uh,
regresses upwards. Yeah, I mean, what's the is what would I can't believe I'm talking about this already, but like, well, when's the shoot pulling time? Like, when do you pull a shoot?
oh man. Um. Well, to be honest, even if I finish like way down in the standings, like I don't think I'll sell anyone. Maybe it's some expiring player. Like I know McQuaid is expiring, so maybe I'll sell him if I don't sign him. But like, there's no point in grabbing like seconds or thirds. Um,
That's fair. That's fair.
because yeah, I don't really have anyone to sell.
Simply because I've been listening, the Blue Jays have been on, kind of like a Blue Jays, punt it to 2025 type of, if perhaps,
Yeah.
trade
Yeah.
Kiermaier for something, even though he passed through waivers.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm sure you get a lot for that.
Clearly, all right. Sorry.
Uh,
I think it's going to be
yeah, I
an
don't know.
easy over under for you here, though, boss.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sorry. I honestly wouldn't have done that at the beginning of the season either. Like,
Me either. It's weird.
it's very weird. I think honestly, yeah, I think wait it out and see where it gets you. I don't hate the idea of firing a coach. I just you gotta find one before you do it, right?
Yeah,
It's part of the
exactly.
reason why like I never fired Lozier, even though I finally did this last off season. But just because like I never,
I wonder why.
um, I just never found someone that I actually liked out there. So yeah, give a good look. Up next, Carolina. Alex's Carolina Hurricanes. Um,
Another surprise.
Another surprise they're this low. Yeah, like I didn't like. I understood they lost some things. They lost some big pieces. Sierra Ford was a big piece on their defense. He retired. Arniel went to the Habs. Um, Since Ladowski was good back when he was a Cane, he's getting a little older and a little slower now. So that was a natural progression out. So I understand why Alex is looking like he posted Normiko on the block today, right?
Yeah, but he always does that.
Hey, Yeah, you're right. You're right. But uh, man,
Rico has been on the block for years now.
it does remind me how Morant was on the block for however long.
Yep.
But Lonkiela's been not good in net this year. He has been good in net in the past. Blair Baxter has been very much not good in net this year. Um,
Yeah, Lankila is weird. He won the Vizina like 2 years ago, but like last year he had 908, and this year so far he has an 899. So like he's
yeah, what
falling
greats
apart.
like what goalies go from great, good, great, mid, can't play in the league anymore.
I guess all of them.
I guess you're right, but like in subsequent seasons, like
Yeah,
man,
that's true.
and not even 30, right? Not even 27. Like he's 26 now.
Yeah, that's crazy. He should start his prime soon, actually.
Like this is when like they always say goalies don't start hit their prime until 26. Well, 26 is now, and his prime's at 899. Doesn't make sense, right? So
It
um,
doesn't.
hopefully, I mean, I think it's just 10 games, right? Small sample size.
Yeah, it's. I mean, still early, so like maybe like you'll get it back together. But it's still like uh, alarming.
Yep, it's it's red flags are coming up. Maybe not red flags, yellow flags. Caution, red flags.
Yeah,
If it's later out of the season, it's still like this. But
uh-huh.
team stat wise, though,
Agreed.
they're 14th on shots on goal, so not bad. Pretty mid, almost the definition of mid. But and defensively, actually, they're top 10 on shots on goals against, 7th. So
Okay.
is
So
it
yeah, it's
just
goaltending pretty
yeah
much.
yeah they're 28th in the league in net minding with a collectively an 880 save percentage.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I did not anticipate Baxter or Lunkella to have that, but maybe Pellerin's the knight in shining armor this entire time.
No.
I kid.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Goalies are weird.
Goalies are voodoo. Goalies are voodoo. And Claude McNutt, captain of the Carolina Hurricanes. Bastard didn't want to resign.
As it should be.
So last year they're at 101 points in 82 games. Again, this is a pretty easy under considering they've just
Yeah.
fallen a lot further than where they were. Um,
Yeah, I agree. Under for sure.
I think they could. I think honestly, this would probably be one of my picks, along with you, to take one of those playoff spots.
Yep.
Um, I feel they're stronger than the other three teams: the Sabres, the Senators, and the Islanders. They're all ahead of them. And if
Mm-hmm.
one of those metro spots, or one of like the Rangers metro spot, or if that wild card spot with the Red Wings becomes available, I could see you taking the Canes taking it though. So
Yeah. I definitely agree. I think. I mean, Rangers, Detroit. They're. I don't think they're making it. Maybe they will, but I think one of Carolina or New Jersey will definitely like make the playoff, and me hopefully.
fair, fair. You will. I believe with the Panthers to make it. If not, yeah, I think you might make the change. A couple of depth changes too. Like you're also only 3 points
For
out.
sure.
You're 3 points out with a game at hand. Like we're freaking out like the world's falling down. That's right.
It is scary though.
Yes, it's yeah. Anyways, up next, the Philadelphia Flyers, 14th in the Eastern Conference after being 15th in the Eastern Conference last year. Let's go, moving
Yeah,
on up in the
going up.
world. Lost five, but moving up in the world.
Oh god.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't think they're
You
going to make the
texted me.
playoffs this year.
He was excited to be in the playoff like 2 sims ago, and now they lost five in a row.
Ouch.
Poor guy.
That's rough. That's rough. Sorry, T Boom. Do we?
He signed They
Harrison's
signed.
been good though. 915 at 23.
That's great. They need a goalie. They've been searching for a goaltender for years now. I mean,
That's
like
just the
the
Flyers. Like, when's the
yeah,
last time the
that's the fight.
yeah giving Bobrovsky, not giving Bobrovsky, Brizgalov all of that money because Bobrovsky
Oh
wasn't good enough. Robert Esch back in the day, Antero
no,
Niittymaki, like my Pike Doku skills. Let's go.
there you go. Coming
Uh,
Andy.
but no, yeah, the Flyers. If Harrison can be the
It's
goalie
easy to
for
find
them,
a goalie.
big, big,
Yeah.
big, big, big fine, and that's a huge win for them just already. Kovarsik's been good despite being slow, and he's hurt.
Yeah. And they signed Konovalov, so that's great.
Oh, do they?
He
Oh,
has
good old buddy Raffis. Hey, one goal
five
in
C.
1 goal in 16 games. Ouch.
Oh man,
Shooting
yeah, he fell
3.3%
off.
though. Shooting 3% though. Like, I understand like
Hey,
he's
he
fallen
got
off a lot, but 3% is rough for
he
anyone.
has a he has a career like 16%, so I think that's gonna go up.
Yeah, if he shot 16%, he's looking at 5 6 goals.
Yeah, so I'm sure that helps the Flyers a lot. Man, so
But
unlucky.
over under last season, I'm gonna give him the over. They were at 55 points last year. Give him the over.
Man,
Give him the
yeah,
over.
okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
You see, the last
I hope.
like last year they had a 335 point percentage. Currently, they're at a 344. Look at this growth.
All right. I mean, yeah, they need their prospect to take some big step. It's been a while. Like their rebuilding has been pretty long. Um, yeah, Doyle is like he's not producing, but he's starting to look all right. But it's rough. It's yeah, he's playing is like he's playing fourth line center. He's looks like he's getting killed, so that I don't think that helps.
No,
Um, yeah.
is it on the?
Although
Is he?
I
Oh,
guess
he's playing center, not on the wing. I maybe try him on the wing, but the faceoffs are pretty good. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think he's
Maybe it's
ready.
just
Yeah.
yeah. They just need to be patient, I guess, and get some luck. Oh well, maybe
That being
another
said,
high
Bernier's been
prospect.
worse, way worse. Damn.
Jeez, yeah, it's getting late for Bernier. He has potential, but
A couple other
he's
kids and
been
a couple other older veterans in Lehigh Valley have been crushing it too. Like, huh? Maybe sitting down with Doyle and like having him crush it would may help.
yeah. I don't think it's working.
Because yeah, I'm not sure because he's playing what? It's the Shane Wright. Is he worth really playing the 9 minutes on the fourth line he would in Seattle, or is it better in Coachella Valley? You know.
Right. Yeah, I have to agree on that.
All
Oh
right.
well. Good luck.
Best of luck. Onwards. Second last one for the night because I know you gotta right.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Devils. AC was asking for some specifics on how to improve his teams, and I think the team with a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, with 30th in save percentage, has a pretty clear hole.
Yeah, they're missing Tetro big time. He's still out the month with a partially torn ACL, so hopefully that heals up real quick. Cause there will, if this continue, there will be no hope soon.
Or if you rest him all season, he'll have the highest save percentage in the league.
Hey, you gotta win that Vizina.
Gotta win the Vezina, you know, perfect 1,000 save percentage in a game
Be
that
the
he
first time.
played 11 seconds in the season on one shot, pulls an ACL.
What? What
11
the hell
seconds into the
happened?
season.
What? Ooh,
11 seconds into the season. What? How did I just find this out?
yeah. First shot of the game. Go
First shot of the game.
Gauthier from Minnesota, or like you heard him by a shot. It's crazy.
It's too late for me to have a play-by-play for it. That's too bad. But oh, there it is. I got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
this Gauthier. Oh, Kai Gauthier.
But yeah, I think the Devils are missing the goaltending again. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense.
Yep.
I
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's best of luck. Try to find someone better than Bogdan Chernyuk with his solid 871,
Yeah, I think you can do better than
or Rodion Gemyunov. Again, stellar names, both of these.
that. Yeah, for sure.
S
But
tier names, but 878 save percentages aren't going to cut it.
F tier puck stopper.
They might be a stand-up guy. No, butterfly. But
Alright.
F tier goalie. Um, Patrick Sweden's been great. Old, great. Point per game, 10 goals. Can't complain about that.
Yeah,
Sean Fulton,
it's goaltending. Yeah,
it's
that's
just,
it's
yeah.
Zimmerman still kicking 37, almost
Ron.
one per game.
I had the first overall pick back-to-back seasons, and I traded both of them away in back-to-back seasons. Weird.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
I mean, you did win the cup, so
That's true. The Zimmer one I don't hate, because I got Metechuk out of it, who, was pretty solid for me.
it's-
Patrick Potter
yeah.
one is a little rough.
Let's not know about that.
But no, yeah, the Devils. I think the Devils will be fine. 47 goals is a playoff team scoring amount. It's just that 55 isn't up to snuff, and the goals allowed.
Yep.
Maybe tinker some things on the power play, because they should be doing better than that, given their talent with like Fulton, Sweden, Zimmerman, Graf, all in the same unit. But
Agreed.
it's kind of I've never figured out what causes a good power play. Besides good players,
Good players. That's all I know.
You get good players, you put them in there, and
Yeah.
maybe try
Shoot
like the
up
four
off.
forwards, because I don't know. I usually rock four forwards. I don't know what it really does.
Really?
Again, yeah. I usually rock four forwards.
I don't think I ever do actually.
Let's see. I have Fernandez on the point and
Alright.
Lejugren on the point on the other one.
Hey man, if it works.
It's working well enough, I suppose. But no, yeah, maybe try four forwards, something like that. Tinker some things. But I think it's just hope for Casey to come back. I think that's the case.
Yeah, I think it's just bad luck. He has 47 goals and 55 goal against, so it's pretty close. Probably lost a bunch of one goal game.
Or,
Yeah.
games that they got blown out in because of reasons.
Yeah,
Right.
bad goaltending. Yeah, I mean, you just pay some doctors. That's what you need to do.
Over or under on their 91 points from last season?
Yeah. Oh man, if they don't have 91 points, I don't think they make the playoffs. So
They did not make the playoffs last year, but 91 points was what they finished at last year, which was 10th.
yeah, I have to say. Oh man.
That sounds
Yeah.
really enticing it to be a line, I want to hit the over
Yeah,
because I like hitting
it's
the
a good
overs.
line. You know what? I'll pick the under.
Ooh, Mr. Pessimism over here.
Yep. Sorry, I see your team is doomed.
Team is doomed. Up next, do we have to do this last one?
Surrender now.
This is the definition of surrender now, right? 3 points in 15
Yeah.
games, like it's.
I should do the tier list.
Oh
I'm pretty
yeah, it's
late
been
on
a
that.
hot minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I did last year, but
Oh, did you?
um, yeah,
Score.
I
Those
think it was
those are
kind of
always
fun.
fun. Those are always fun. Those and the draft reviews are always good.
Yep,
I should do
I think
a
it's kind of
draft
fun.
review or the draft review like 10 seasons out afterwards because you've been doing them for a while. What was the first season you did one of those?
2040.
24. This is 2050. Oh shit. All right, 10 years and just like the 10 years, see what it's been afterwards. Interesting.
Yep, you know
New
what?
podcast ideas. Let's look what we're doing. Um,
All right, all right.
but that being said, the Boston Booze ends.
Boo.
Boo ends. Yeah, they suck. It makes me so happy sitting here on my New England beach, watching these Boston Bruins suck. It's great. It's great.
I mean, they have Dylan Tripp, who has 13 points in 15 games. He's really good.
Dalen Tripp is really good. They
And
have really good pieces. Like I did a lot of trades with them this last
yeah,
season because they've
that's true.
been good pieces. It's just for something's not clicking here.
They're just not ready yet. It's yeah. Their prospects are still young. Um, yeah, I don't know. They just drafted Bob Rov first overall. He's a playmaking center from Russia. I think he'll be a first line center for sure.
You hope that
But
with the
it's,
first over off, right?
yeah, I mean, hopefully. I mean, who's their first line center?
The Brit Don Buckle, Dan Buckle.
Panthers draft pick.
Oh no, he's not actually playing first line. Apparently Michael Hagan is. That's less fun. But both of them
Another
are
Panthers
being
legend.
shelled. Shelled.
So Hagen wasn't good enough for my NHL team last year.
That makes sense. Yeah, he wouldn't
Yeah,
make my team this year.
yeah. And Buckle, I mean, he's British, but
I think
that's
yeah.
about it.
Cool nationalities on this team. Hey, if you're gonna be bad, have some fun with it. Like
Do it in style.
I know like the whole FGHL funky thing never happened. That's not me, but for full different nationalities would have been really. That's always a fun one to go for.
I mean, you can still do it here.
Yeah,
No? Oh, all right.
go team. Any
Yeah, Boston.
not
Yeah,
good. Not
no.
yeah, no bueno.
At least
That
they
being
won the
said,
game.
Millet's been good in his 4 games. Maybe goalie of the future. I don't know. Last year wasn't so hot, but 4 games this year. I'm trying to be optimistic
Yeah,
because we know it's not
alright.
Naoto Morris. We know that's not the
Kyoto.
answer.
Yeah, apparently not.
Nay,
Jeez, Louise.
you see, he's so much not the answer. They said his name's not the answer. Nay, no, many times. So
All right, I think it's time for it. This
yeah,
time.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm trying too hard. I'm trying way too hard. All right. The bees aren't
Yeah, man.
making it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Any big
So,
picks out of the East? Who do you think's coming out of the East? Actually, this one put you on the spot for that now.
wait. We
Oh,
do the
over or under? My mistake. Under.
under.
I understand the line's at 49. Under.
Yeah. I mean, they have 3 points.
They're on pace for like 15. Like they're not even close.
Could you imagine?
Like I'm curious what the actual lowest amount ever in any season is. Like some of my tank Canadians had like 28, right? So like
Oh
these
man.
B's might be like I've been meaning to go through all those
Yeah.
team stats, but
It's gotta be a team fill the ratio.
that being said,
I
guess
mean,
what? Third best power play in the Eastern Conference.
hey man, at least they have a good power play.
Hey
That's
AC, if you're
something
still
to
listening, I
consider.
mean maybe you want to go reach out to the Bruins to see what they're doing on their power play to help out.
Clearly, you need their players. That's what you
Clearly, you need to acquire some Bruins for to help
yeah,
out your power play. Power play specialist Bruins. You see,
there you go. We fixed it.
we fixed it. Yeah. Yeah. No. Pick out of the East.
Okay. Me. No.
You. All
I
right.
mean, that'd be a hot take at this point.
Hey.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a hot take. You know.
okay, if I'm not biased, um, Columbus. It's the easy pick, but I think they're the best team in the East, in my
Um, the other night, I went to a Hall and Oates concert, and a Leafs game broke out. Go Leafs, go!
opinion. Yeah, they have some good tunes.
Uh, so yeah, I could think the Leafs do some real damage this season. Svartstrom's been
Uh,
great. They have the center depth, and that's what really really matters in the playoffs, right? So
I'm Svartstrom number one hater, so he can't win. I look like a fool.
Svartstrom hater. I mean, like the thing is about Svartstrom, there's no notes to back it up on. So
I guess that's true.
I mean, I do this. I have them because they get in the CSV at the end of the season, but it's always it's
Yep.
like, oh yeah, I always like clicking on him. They're like, oh no, he hasn't played in the past 8 years.
Obviously.
Clearly,
And he's taking it easy for it.
yeah.
Jeez.
God, when's the last time you've come out of retirement for 8 seasons?
It's like Guy Lafleur in the 90s.
Guy Lafleur won the Quebec Nordiques on a line with Sakic and Sundin. Let's go.
Oh man. Ugh, no, that hurts me.
That was a line. Sakic, Sundin, and Guy Lafleur.
That's some trivia right there.
Right? Right? Alright. Anyways, any closing remarks?
Well, it's been a while since we've done this, but it's still fun, and hopefully the Panthers can come back. If not, I'll be really sad.
Yeah, I bet the Panthers will come back. I'm not sure how busy you are the next couple days, Mark, but we'll figure something out for a Western
Of course.
Conference one. Or, yeah, 'cause
Nah, screw them.
screw the West. You're right. East is the best.
He's best.
Exactly.
Yes.
Atlantic Division, that's the only division that really matters. Next time, when we do one of these, to
Right.
save a lot of time, let's just only do the Atlantic Division. I think it has the most cups by far. So,
By far. I don't think so.
you don't
Uh,
think so?
I'm in GGHL history. No.
In GTHL history? Because it has all the Sabres
Okay.
Cups, the Cabs Cups, the Panthers Cups. Comparing that to the
Colorado
Pacific,
has
that's Central. So that'd be with
and
Dallas,
Calgary.
Calgary's Pacific, different divisions.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right.
Yeah. See, look at this. Atlantic divisions. Got to save some time. We can do some counting later. I'm curious.
Let's be honest. We should only talk about the Florida teams.
You're
That's
right.
what matters. Yeah.
What are we doing here? Mark, all this time
Yeah,
that could have been saved.
Like what? Oh my god. We should talk about the transit.
Dave
like,
Transit. You're right. Dave Transit.
best
Anyways,
player.
thanks